Breed Dog Grooming Guide by Sam Cole. His book is pretty detailed and used by a lot of groomers. And I'm just going to turn over to the page that we're going to be working on today. And you can see there's a picture of a Pomeranian, and it'll give like a groom by numbers. So if you look here, it's pointing to number 2 here, and you would go to that number on the next page, and it'll explain to you what you're going to do with that area. Okay? Now the Pomeranian, so you know, is really supposed to be in a full coat style, and what we're going to teach you is just how to trim up the feathers, how to make them look neat. And we're also going to show you a different clip on a Pomeranian that's asked by our clients. It's called a mounted line clip and a regular line clip. All right?
So you're going to do a mounted lion clip?
Yeah. Basically, there's 2 types of line clips. One is the traditional line clip, like this picture here, where it goes in a little bit further into the shoulders, and the rest is shaved, so it looks kind of like a lion. And then the mounted line clip goes shaved up all the way up to the neckline, and I'll show you that later on. All right? With the purpose of tools today, because we are going to do first a lot of scissoring work on the first clip, you are going to need a greyhound comb or a fluffing comb. All right. Also, you're going to need a pair of scissors, so several scissors, some straight scissors, meaning they're straight, not curved. Then you've got your curved scissors to have a slight curve, and we might use the thinning shears to allow the coat to lay more smoothly. All right. We also have number 10 blade, and also a 7 finishing blade, and these blades will be used for the actual shave down of the mounted line clips. All right. You'll need an Andis clipper. We prefer the 2-speed. And also we have a wall clipper. Basically this clipper is a cordless clipper. Now, you know, you see this tape here because it's been dropped a couple of times, but it's still good, so you have to be very careful with these. But it's basically used for small, detailed, sensitive areas, and I like to use this for because it's also a lot quieter. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause for a moment, and I'm going to bring Prince, our Pomeranian. You'll see him; he's really cute. And we're gonna show you. I've already done one side, so you have a reference point, and we're going to accomplish the other side, and we'll show you how to get that done. So, see you in a little bit. And welcome back. Let me introduce you to Prince. This is Prince the Pomeranian. And say hi, Prince. He's just really excited. Very
hi,
typical
Prince.
for the breed. Hello. So what I'm showing you right now is what we started to do on the left side of him, and one of the things I want to explain to you is that sometimes when you have a dog that's a double coat like this, if they chew on their coat, you're going to see some imperfections and stuff like that. So what we have done, and I'll show you the other side a little bit, is we have done is fluffed up the coat. And as you can tell here, he's got like a little bit of a cowlick in this area. So don't stress out too much about things like that. Just take your time and make it. It's going to look a whole lot better when you leave. So we still have to finish the skirt line and do a little bit of finishing on this side, but we want to go ahead and get started on the other side so we have some kind of a balance to work with. All right. So we're going to move on to the other side. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to turn it on the table around, and we'll show you what the before looks like on the other side. Okay. Well, welcome back. So as I promised, here is Prince on the right side. This is an unfinished look. He did get a bath, so you can see there's quite a bit of a difference there. All right. And what we want to do is just give him a nice finished look. Okay. And the degree of how much rounding you do, it just really depends on the preference of the client. So less is more. If they want more shaping, you can do more shaping, but start off with less, and then you work yourself down to or up to more. Okay. So we want to make sure he's been brushed out with a slicker brush already, but I'm just going through it with a fluffing comb. Remember, this breed has 2 coats. It's got that nice cottony undercoat, and if not brushed out properly, it could make for a choppy look on a clip. Okay? So we're going to start off by doing exactly what the fluffing comb does. Is we're going to fluff it out, and we're going to start with the back feathers here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my curves to help me have a nice curved behind here. And see how you just start to shape that? And it sure helps when you know, he's pretty good at standing up. Sometimes he wants to sit, so it's okay to keep your hand snug underneath there to remind him that you need him to stand up. You can't clip a dog's feather or sides of their body while they're sitting. It would be the same thing if you went to go get your hair cut and you were laying down. So now we're just going to keep fluffing, and I'm just using my curves, because that's the natural curve of the back end, and just skimming the hair. We do not want to go this way because we create a line. We either want to go up or down. Use your fluffing comb continuously to bring any, what I call, little trees. So I go over it again and keep doing that until I'm satisfied with how much I've taken off or how uniform it looks. Okay? Now I'm going to fluff the side hip here. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my straights, and I'm just going to go straight down. This requires a dog to be rather still. Again, I have not removed my hand from underneath his little butt there, and I'm going in here. I'm not going straight. I'm trying to get it so it bubbles into the leg. This takes you can't rush this job. This takes a little time. Again, I'm just gliding my hand. Remember, in the pet hygiene video, we talk about scissor exercises and how important it is to have not a jumping hand, but just gliding, and the only thing that's moving is your thumb. Good boy, Prince. So see how that's starting to get smooth there? I'm going to start up here now. Because this is more curved, I want to switch to my curves and start bringing that down. Now you notice a lot of times you'll have on a Pomeranian, they've got this thick undercoat, and then they have the long silky coat that's generally on the, the full portion of the coat, but up here it lays flat. Don't get too hung up on that. Just let it lay flat, because if you try to trim it, it looks like you chopped it. Now I'm going to, again, fluff up. Use my curves or my straights. Going across the entire coat. Just taking a little bit of length at a time off. And again, remember, this will depend just how much the owner will want. It's that kind of hair that gets in your nose. And if you're wearing mascara, it's over. I'm going to go down. Again, I fluffed up. Again, I'm not taking my hand off his butt area. I don't want him to sit, because if he sits, I can gouge into the coat. Most of the times I can fix it, but some of them are like, uh-oh. And I'm just trying to round, sculpturing his body. Trying to see what we did on the other side as far as the skirt here. All right. See, already you can see a significant difference Remember we talked about that little area here on the other side? He's got the same issue on this side. He's got like really straight hair, and then it looks like there's a piece missing there or something. Okay, just work with what you have. The product is only as good as the canvas to some extent.
Excuse me.
Okay, I told you that hair getting in your nose.
Yeah, no kidding. Pomeranian hair, huh?
Pomeranian
Real thin and just floats.
It just floats around. Now I'm creating that skirt. Okay, so I've got the length I think I'm looking for. Now what I'm going to do, because I don't want it to look just cut off. I want to make it look like it's blended in. So I'm going to, once I got the length, I'm going to just fluff up a little bit here, grab some of that underbelly hair, and fluff it up. And I'm going to take my straight scissors, not go horizontal or vertical. I'm going to go in a little cross, so crossways. And I'm just going to skim the bottom of that skirt so that, no, don't sit. Okay, and make it look more like it's beveled in. See how that's starting to happen?
So first you bathe them, you blow dry him. I guess that's in the pet hygiene videos.
That's in the pet hygiene video. So he's already had all that prep work done, and he was brushed out fairly well. And now
And using the slicker brush to brush them out.
the slicker brush to brush him out.
Okay,
And then of course your fluffing comb. There shouldn't be any snagging.
I see. And then you clip them.
And then you start clipping.
Okay.
Now he's a joy to work on because, you know, he understands procedures. Okay. Now that front, oh, let's just show you back here first. What is your hair? I know. Now you get that little feathering in the back here. Just brush it out. Cut it straight. Okay. Want a nice clean foot. Also going to comb the paw area there and clean that foot. Okay. Now on the front feathers, you have to be careful not to cut them too short. I'm going to show you in a second here. We're going to brush them out. I know you don't like me to hold your foot, but you're going to have to bear with me for a little bit, Prince. Okay. You get on this side, let me see. You want to bring it, you don't want to take all that off. You want to kind of leave it longer at the elbow and come into the foot here like this. See if I can do this upside down. Okay. And then we're going to try to match it. I'm gonna fluff the side of the feathers out this way because we don't want them to stick out like this. We basically want them level, you know, nice and smooth this way. So what I'm doing is bringing them out to the side here. And then I'm going to and then take off a little bit more length if I have to. See, this is why it's important to get this side here because you don't want it just sticking out. You shorten the back end, but you don't want hair sticking out this way. I'm seeing little bits of hair underneath here. You need to walk away from it for a little bit. Look at it from a distance.
So you're trimming all over the place to make it all even.
Yeah, you just want to, if you got to draw a line around the dog, nothing would be sticking out. Now if we go towards the chest area, we want the chest to look like a rooster's chest. And it folds in front. You don't want it too short. Okay? So what we're going to do, I'm going to fluff out the chest area here. That's so serious. Why'd you get so serious? Hmm? And again, just see that bad to like a mane on a lion. Getting rid of all those little trees that are sticking out. Notice I'm going to a point. He heard a noise outside, so he got really quiet. And I'm just going down the middle here, because I started on the other side. Such a good boy. See how you need to fluff up? Because we'll continuously, this hair can be a really joy to work with, or it can make you crazy, because just when you think you're done, you find something else. Okay, so I'm going to take this is, I forgot to mention, this is our groomer's helper, and basically this is a grooming loop, okay, and this particular grooming loop has a ring at the end, all right, and it's made so that you can hook them up to the groomer's helper, okay, and that's that third hand you need so the dog doesn't turn around and you're trying to clip and working yourself up to a sweat there. So I'm going to disconnect them there for a little bit, and I'm going to loosen it up because I need to get it around the head area. And he's usually pretty good about staying. I'm going to get excited a little bit. And I'm just going to, again, see how we've got that big rooster I'm going across. You can use your curves if that helps you more. I'm so used to using straights for everything. Doesn't make me better, it just makes me weird. Alright. Again, I'll walk away from that for a little bit, but I'm going to concentrate on the head here. Okay, again, fluffing out, going across. You're so much fun to work on.
Yeah, he's a good boy, huh? Just standing still for you.
Yeah, there's no excuse for me doing a bad job. That's the problem.
To my understanding, he's bilingual. He understands English and Armenian, huh?
Yeah, it helps. I should mention that if you've got a client who speaks a primary language to their pet, ask them a few basic words to say things like good boy or sit or stay in their native language, because that may be the only thing they really know. Okay, so I'm fluffing up here, and I want a round head, so I'm going to go this way. See that?
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, they know sign language too. So I have a couple of dogs that are deaf, and good old hand skills. Or some of them know certain tapping on the table that means something for them. So ask the client what's the best method of communication for their dog. He eats too much. You get too many treats, huh? Make a great foot warmer on the bed. Huh. on a cold night next to the fireplace, I take you. So he's got some little hairs. I'm going to take that ear to help me guide the length of the sides of his face. So I take the ear, fold it in half. You can find his ear underneath this stuff. Look up.
And what are you trying to do?
I'm just, see this here?
Yeah.
I want to use his ear. I folded his ear in half, and that's basically how short I should go into his ear. I don't want to go further in.
Wow, that looks good.
That looks better.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I just made that up.
Just a little trick of the trade, huh?
You figure things out after a while. What do I do? Okay, here we go again.
The folded ear clip, that's what we call
Folded
it.
ear clip. Okay, let's see. Now we can stand a little bit more touching up. You got the main idea here, okay? Really walk away from it for a little bit. I'm going to go to the tail so I can show you how to do a finishing tail. And when you've got a dog with this type of coat, what's going to happen? They're going to play around, they're going to get sleep, and they're going to get what's called sleep hair, bed hair. So it's going to mess it up. So here I'm going to just, see, I still need to do a little bit shorter. Sometimes it's a good idea to let the dog walk around and see if anything looks kind of off. I'm going to comb this out, and we're going to create a little feather. I know, honey, we don't want that feather. Huh? Somebody forgot to brush that out. I'm going to use thinning shears. Thinning shears are great to remove mats. So 1, 2, little clip, and it helps to break up that mat without taking too much length. All right, so we're going to create a little feather. I just got one more here. Thank you. That's it. All right, so we're going to, you need to stand up and I like to see your butt. Okay, we're going to hook him back up. Okay, that's why this comes in handy. He wants to turn around. Yeah, it's best if he's standing up. We're going to try to do what we can. Okay, you take the tip of the tail and you just the very tip of the bone, okay? Even though there's hair over here, this is the end of his tail, okay? I'm going to hold it up. I'm going to take my curves and just curve, making a nice feather. The curve this way. Hopefully he wants to sit in the middle of this with the circle. See how that's trying to shake? Move those long ones. Now what we're doing is just giving it a nice shape. They carry their tail like this. His little, he's got a funny one, but usually if they're really long, they'll carry their tail up like this and it falls on both sides. Okay?
He's getting tired.
He's getting tired. So this is what you would call just a light trim all over. The length of how much you're going to take out is just depends on the client. He's got wonderful hair, so I like to leave it kind of long. Stand away from it for a little bit, look at it, see if there's any trees or anything sticking out, and have fun with it. Remember to use this at least 3 times. But we're going to come back in a little bit. I'm going to do one side of prints in what's called the line clip, then I'll show you how to do the other side when we get back. All right? Hello, welcome back. Now let's look at the prints here. We went ahead and did that line clip on one side, and as you can see, it's okay. Um, you just use a number 10 blade and you shave right up to right before the leg here, about 1 or 2 inches before you get up to the leg. Okay? Then we're going to show you how to blend that afterwards. Everything comes off, the back legs, everything. I'm going to save the tail for last so I can show you how to do that. So we're going to continue the same clip on the other side, okay?
God, what a big difference it
Yeah.
looks, huh?
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's a lot quicker too than doing the light trim all over.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
So, I'm going to start.
So you're using a 10 blade
I'm using
then,
a 10 blade. You can use a 7, which leaves about 1/4 of an inch, but the 10 leaves about 1/8 of an inch, and it works better for those double-coated dogs because otherwise it looks kind of rough and choppy. Alright, so we're going to start. And always with the grain.
Oh, that looks so easy.
Yeah, it's like butter. I think it's a lot
Just like
easier.
butter, wow.
Yeah.
Where's the caviar?
I know. A bit of crackers and you're set. Put down
So you go with the grain.
with the grain. Yeah, let's come up.
See, I'm learning. I'm just a cameraman. Now I understand. You go with the grain, against the grain.
Yeah, we're gonna make you do a dog.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
I'm just getting closer to the other, the same line. I started off a little bit ahead of it. Okay. Now here's the line, so I'm gonna go straight this way. And all the way underneath the belly. One of my favorite clips to do.
Why? Because it's easy, or?
Well, yeah, we all want to do easy, but there's such a drastic change. It's, you really see you make them turn into a totally different animal, like a little lion. This is common in a chow as well. Now on the other side, you can have the option of shaving all the way down. I did that on the other side, but I'm going to show you what they do when they leave what's called leg warmers. Basically, you go to the knee, or right underneath the knee, and you stop there. You don't shave the rest of this down. Again, one of those preferences. Checking the temperature of the blade, make sure it's not hot. I'm pulling it back like this so I can get in there, the skin. Alright. Up to daisy. And get all that time we spent doing the feather work back here is all coming off. Take extra care around this area because it's easy to nick a dog. Right in here. Go all the way underneath. So I just want to check to see if my lines are pretty even with the other side. Now we can't just let it sit like that all choppy. We need to blend it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to comb all this towards the back. Okay? Now if you see the lines back here on this side, I'm going to use that as a guideline where to cut. Now it makes sense to put my curves this way so it would curve nice. We're going to go this way. So the curve is sitting like this. It's almost like it's going to create little, loops. Okay? Go straight down. All right. do it again. Oops, sorry. I'm going to clean up that line a little bit with the clippers. Now once I've taken off the bulk of the hair here with the curves going this way, now I'm going to switch my curves this way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fluff this up and I'm going to start rounding that off. So. Just going to clean that up a little bit. Okay. You can bring it forward. Doing that curve going the way you would think they should be going. Taking anything off. Then we fluff up and start using the curves the correct way to help you more round.
Why do you do it this way? It's kind of awkward.
It seemed that to be the wrong thing to do, but it works.
Mm-hmm. To give it a nice rounded edges.
Yeah, so I think when you go in like this, it brings in this part in so that when you go to curve this area, it's more smooth.
Mm-hmm.
You can always learn from other people. I learned that from somebody else because, you know, it just seems like it's not the right thing to do. So when he showed me, it was just like, wow. You always learn from others and keep learning. So see, that's what that'll line clip looks like. Okay. Now what you do here with the leg warmers, if that's what they want, you're going to fluff up a little bit. And just bring it down a little bit. We don't want them to look like they're forgotten. Funny, he stops breathing when I get serious. Don't cut me. Don't worry. Be a good boy. Yeah, good. Nice and still. Going all the way around. And see how he's just getting like little leg warmers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you follow through with that whole line all the way across. Make sure that you get, you know, equal length on both sides just by looking over the top of him. And that's what you would do with a line clip on a body. Now, when you do the tail on a line clip, you shave all the way till about maybe 2/3 down. Again, with a number 10, same blade. almost to the tip. Anyway, we want to make it look like a lion. And lions have this little tip on their tail. Okay, so what we're going to do, brush it, take it, and twist it at the end. Okay. The end of the tail is down here, so this is still hair right here. I'm going to twist it till about there, about an inch down from the tip. Straight or curves, doesn't matter. Because that helps. It helps to create a dome at the tip of the tail. And then all that's left to do is just see if anything is sticking out. I'm going to round it out.
Looks like you can cut it off and it'll go flying up in the air.
Yeah, you know those little things that fly in the air when you blow on them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
there we go. He's got a little lion. You might have to get a permit if you're going to keep this dog for exotic animals. But there is Prince in a lion clip. All right? Again, just
nice.
using a 10, going to right before the shoulders, about 2 inches before the front legs. Shave. Remember to comb the hair forward. First use your curves, what seems that would be the wrong way. Cut across, all the way across. Then turn it over and start smoothing that out and around. All right? Now we're just going to go ahead and move on to, I would call the mounted lion clip.
Mounted lion.
Yeah, kind of a bad word when you think about it, because a mounted lion clip would be, imagine just his head mounted on a wall.
Oh no.
So,
A Pomeranian head on a wall? Oh no.
I know. But that was the best way we can describe the difference between the both of them.
Okay.
All right. So same clip. We're going to go, up. We're going to just go as far as we can to the base of the skull.
Oh wow.
All that beautiful work done, gone.
Why do they want it mounted lion?
They're just easy for them. It takes work to have to keep them brushed out like that. It takes a lot of commitment.
With a Pomeranian?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a perfect dog to use a de-shedding tool on if that's all they want. If he's an undercoat dog, then
Oh yeah, it would work wonders for him to have a
de-shed treatment.
de-shed treatment.
More money for the groomer.
Yeah.
Sure.
And one of the risks you take with shaving a Pomeranian is that some Pomeranian's hair, this guy doesn't have a problem, but some Pomeranian hair does not grow back. It grows back in patches. So I always try to discourage that, Only, of course, if it's completely matted, we just have to start over. But when he's got a beautiful coat like this, I try to keep him long. But with Prince, he hasn't had the problem of not growing his hair back, so you can see.
So pretty much you're gonna shave them then.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shave him up to here, and then I'll show you real quick. And I'll go back and finish this side. We'll come back and I'll show you how to do the finishing touches around the head. But I want to show you how far you need to go up the head before we pause for a break here. Okay, relax. Okay, we're going to go like at the base of the skull, like right behind the ears.
That's where you establish your line.
That's where you establish your line. Sometimes you got to pull the skin back because it wrinkles. And you're going to do that all the way around. So the same line that's here is going to go all the way around. And basically what he's going to be left with is this.
Including the chest area.
This all comes off.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and get that done for you, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to do the finishing touches.
Alrighty. See you in a bit.
with Prince. I just want to go ahead and show you the one side. We're talking about that hair getting in everywhere. It does. Let me turn them around. And we go ahead and shave all the way up to the base of the head, and we trim this side of the head. Okay? So I'm going to show you that on the other side. Okay. Boy, our little dog, there's hair everywhere.
Yeah, I can see that from the floor. Look at all this hair. My goodness.
And it flies around, so.
For just a little bitty dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
Baby dog. See, he's actually tiny.
Yeah.
Okay? So again, we're going to apply the same rule we did over here. We're going to comb it up. There's a bit of static in here. Again, using the curves the way you think they were supposed to go. So you can see better. Out again. I mean, his hair is like come out, more comes out. Okay. Now what we're going to do is fluff it out again. We're going to turn our curves the other way, just like we did the regular mounted hair clip. Start rounding that off. Alright. And come over here. We're going to do that folding the ear. Using the edge of the ear as a guideline is too hard to go in. This way. Thank you. And we'll just go making it round all the way down to the bottom. Again, curves the other way. And now, brushing again. Almost done. And rounding off the edges there. Good boy you are. You are a good boy. Okay. And what I try to do is make both sides the same. But this side needs to go in a little further. You don't want them to be lopsided. Let me look at you. You're getting close. You're getting close. One thing you want to remember is these hairs in front of the ear, you don't want them just to be scraggly. We'll go ahead and trim those up so they look nice and neat on the inside here. Not to forget the top of the head. Good boy you are. So there's where you're going with this, okay? It's just, imagine cruel, but that's the best picture I can give you. If you're going to mount his head on the wall, that's what Prince would look like. Okay?
How pretty.
So that's Prince in
Hi,
the
Prince.
mounted hair clip. To finish him up a little bit more. You just keep defining it, look at it from afar and see if it's where you want it to be. Look at the videos at least 3 times. Have patience with it. How much fun as I have with this clip. It's a real lot of fun to do. So if you have any questions, just let us know. View it 3 times and good luck with it, okay?
Well, thank you, Yvonne. And Prince. Thank you. You are a movie star now. Okay.